Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. As you can see before you, we have an image shared by the AFK Journey team, and it is of INDRIS, who is going to be a Wilder faction marksman S-level hero, and he seems to be the main character for Season 4, Echoes of Descent, which we're going to be getting very shortly. Now, this is definitely interesting. I didn't think we are going to get so much news today. We had the trailer as well. And this really, taking a look at this, as well as, like, you know, the sort of affiliations on the left to him, it makes a lot more sense about other characters which we saw in the trailer, and I have those images pulled up. We're going to do an analysis right now. This may be the first time we have a main character of the S level, and as you guys can see here, it does say that INDRIS is a captain, security captain, and in the post where they shared this image, they mentioned that INDRIS is the captain of the Sol Thorin Guard. And I guess that is the region he's from, and he is kind of the captain of that force. But if you take a look at the affiliations, we find something very interesting here. The leader, and I guess the leader of him, is someone who also looks very similar. In fact, when I first saw this character and he was shown in the trailer, I'm going to show you the image that we have here. I thought for sure this is INDRIS, or that main character, but it appears that this is actually a different hero. And in fact, definitely, he is more of a villain. If you take a look at the trailer, he was on the side of the dwarf boss, who is the clear villain in the trailer, and he also has these evilish sort of vibes, and his whole outfit reminds me of Siren a lot, like especially the purple gem that he has on his belt. And of course, the mask as well is just like, it's kind of strange and eerie. So that I believe that person is going to be the leader of this this INDRIS, who we're going to be probably seeing a lot of in the new season. But I don't exactly understand the dynamics, but most likely his leader is going to be on the evil villain side. So definitely I think there's going to be some conflict over right and wrong for INDRIS, and maybe ultimately he will have to decide to not follow the orders of who apparently is his leader. I don't exactly know how that's shaped up, but yeah, they both do appear, they have the elf-like ears, and most likely both are going to be dark elf type of inspired heroes. Okay, apart from that, he has Fate, and this is another really interesting thing. Look at the listener. The listener. Now, when I saw the listener, I was like, okay, maybe it's his wife, but it reminded me of something we saw in the trailer as well. At the end of the trailer, if you take a look here, right up in the upper right, you're going to see this character who we were speculating on in this basically artwork right at the end. And definitely she looks like a hero which will be recruitable and playable. And I believe she looks almost exactly like the listener. Yeah, she's exactly the same. She has the same sort of tiara on her head, and that, like, those kind of, you know, things poking up behind her head, purplish. So because of this, when I first saw her, I thought, could it be possible for her to be a celestial hypogean? I think now most likely she wouldn't be. I don't know, it seems like a more main factional vibe type hero. Could be also a Wilder, because INDRIS is a Wilder. Could be a light bearer, but she does appear more Wilder-like. I can't tell if her ears, do they have the elf? Yeah, she also has the elf-like ears, so she could also be a Wilder faction hero. But definitely, yeah, she's like a listener, accomplice, basically, of INDRIS, or a supporter of INDRIS. And then there's a close friend who looks like, he reminds me a lot of Damien. But basically, he has horns on his head. He's like a little goat or something, but he'll probably be standing on two legs. But we haven't seen him at all. We haven't seen him in the trailer. No information about him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's also another hero we could play as, because, like, he just reminds me a lot of Damien, just looking at this guy as a close friend. Apart from that, we see his epic bow, INDRIS' epic bow. I think INDRIS is such a cool looking character. His bow looks amazing, and because of this purplish tinge to the bow, this is why I first thought, could he be the hypogean marksman, but definitely not. He is a Wilder faction marksman, an S-level hero, and I do hope that he will be the main character this season. Okay, one final thing to talk about before we carry on is something which I kind of missed out on in covering the trailer, which is that there is actually a fourth hero here behind Magister Merlin. If you see, it's not just like curtains in the back, that's actually someone's hair. And you see over here, he has a nose and kind of like a veil in front of him. But yeah, I mean, he's a dark looking character. He reminds me, when I first saw him, he looked a bit like Nero to me because the same kind of color scheme and also like, kind of like ragged features. But he also looks very menacing. Like he could very well be a Hypogean hero or some higher rarity hero, or maybe, yeah, but I feel like it probably will be recruitable, because I remember in previous seasons when we've had artwork like this, introducing the season, usually all of the heroes which are featured here do end up being recruitable. I remember Hodgkin was one of the big ones featured in one of these for Rays of Intrigue, if I remember correctly, and I thought at that time maybe Hodgkin is going to be like a Hypogean because of how big he was in this feature, but this could just be a Graveborn hero. We don't know as of right now, but basically there's a lot of information. We're already getting introduced to INDRIS as well as some of these affiliations. I'm really excited for the new season's Echoes of Descent. You guys feel free to share your own opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you hyped up about this? What are your expectations? Yeah, this is just really exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. But until the next video, everyone, peace out for now.